When an animal or a human carries a heavy physical or psychological load for an extended period, the tension eventually peaks. The pressure searches for a release, a way to let the weight drop. For us, that release often takes the form of venting to a willing listener. In those moments of exhaustion, we make a dangerous calculation. We assume the person hearing our words will process them with the exact nuance, context, and temporary intent that we feel internally. Consider a straightforward farm setting. After endless days of pulling heavy loads from sunrise to sunset, an overworked horse returns to his stable. His legs ache, his back is sore, and his only objective is to secure a single day of rest to recover his strength. Settling into the hay, the horse notices a curious cat wandering into the stall. Eager for connection and sensing a sympathetic ear, the horse makes a quiet confession. He is tired, and he plans to ask the master for a lighter workload the next day. The instant a thought leaves your mouth and enters the grid, it exits your control. You no longer own that information. An innocent confession is now only as safe as the network that receives it. Signal degradation occurs when a message's core truth is stripped away. As information passes through these filters, representing the individual biases of each listener, it is overwritten by the receiver's own psychological projections. The cat acts as the first node. Driven by an eagerness for gossip, she processes the horse's fatigue and injects conflict. The request for rest mutates into a complaint about the master's strictness, and a jagged outer layer of drama replaces the original message. The message then hits the cow. Bringing a baseline of anxiety to the network, the cow receives the cat's drama and inflates the stakes, processing the narrative through her own fears to fabricate claims of intentional starvation and physical abuse. The data swells, flashing red, to signal a severe, escalating threat. By the time this reaches the goat, the information hits an accelerator. The goat absorbs this inflated threat profile and, rather than questioning it, passes it forward as verified fact. The corrupted data duplicates rapidly, gaining volume and momentum as it spreads across the field. The original reality of a tired animal has vanished. In an active information cascade, accuracy is not lost by accident. The truth is systematically disassembled and rewritten to feed the emotional demands of the network. The system is now primed for radical escalation. The rabbit intercepts the narrative and sensationalizes it further, twisting a passive story of suffering into a premeditated plot. The rabbit tells the servant the horse has finalized plans to defect to a rival farm. The servant steps in as the final node. Eager to prove his loyalty to the ultimate authority, he weaponizes the sensationalized story. He runs to the master, presenting the rabbit's gossip as an imminent, organized animal rebellion. A tiny movement triggers a collapse of the entire system. Consider the distance between the two endpoints of this communication chain. A quiet sigh of physical exhaustion in a stable has reached the property owner as an apocalyptic accusation of treason. Confronted with an immediate threat to his control, the master does not investigate. He operates on the mutated data presented to him, consumed by fury and bypassing any logical verification of the facts. That very night, the master administers a deadly injection to the horse. By sunrise, the farm is quiet again, and the horse is gone. The mechanics of this failure are stark. The actual words carried a threat level of 0. He was destroyed by the fabricated reality his own network constructed out of his initial vulnerability. The horse never planned a rebellion. He wanted a nap. This gap between intent and outcome is the inherent risk of the information cascade. When we map this dynamic onto human behavior, the patterns are identical. As a central vulnerability is intercepted, surrounding forces of self-interest, fear, and drama pull the information in different directions. Personal information operates under a specific economic reality. Your struggles, your ambitions, and your weaknesses are high-value assets. Distributing them freely devalues them and leaves your position exposed. You must be ruthlessly selective with your trust. Providing open access to your internal thoughts means you are voluntarily handing out the ammunition others can use against you when the environment shifts. In an unpredictable world built on volatile networks, your defenses must be secure. Securing your words secures your future. When the integrity of the network is in doubt, silence is a superior safeguard to careless speech.